Good evening, everyone. Welcome to At America. My name is Hasna, one of the guests here in At America. And for those of you who are new here and have no idea what At America is, At America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and we provide a space for young Indonesians to learn about the United States. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Yay! Well, it's an annual celebration in the US, and it's usually on the fourth Thursday of November, where people usually gather around with their families and loved ones. And it will be incomplete without overflowing foods and drinks on the table. Therefore, we are excited to welcome all of you who watching us live in the studio and also online at home on today's event. Gather together with thankful hearts. And we are going to watch our chef of the day. He will share some helpful tips to prepare exciting Thanksgiving recipes. And the good news is that you will have a chance to try it. Who's excited? Everyone is excited. Wow. All right. Before we begin, we have a fun quiz for you. And the question for today is: in what year did President Abraham Lincoln declare Thanksgiving as an official public holiday in the United States? Is it 1863, 1871, 1852, or 1865? You may type in your answer at any time during the session on our social media platforms. The lucky one who can guess the answer correctly will get a live shout out from us by the end of this event. We'll also love to hear your stories about how do you celebrate your Thanksgiving Day with your families and loved ones. So feel free to submit your stories to our social media platform as well. And don't forget to share your best moment at America and tag us on our Instagram. And now, to begin our session, allow me to invite our moderator for today's session. He's a professional TV host. Please welcome Hans Lange.
Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Oh, no, that's not enough voices that I want to hear today. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Now that's the spirit. Hi, my name is Hans Langer. For those of you who might not know me, I just arrived today from my office, of course. um, so basically, today is actually the Thanksgiving Day because, as she was mentioning, every last Thursday of November should be Thanksgiving. So this is the day where you get to, you know, express your gratitude towards everything that you've achieved in 1 year span, and also probably the things that you want to thankful for. Mungkin tahun ini biasanya orang-orang, I'm thankful that I could travel again. You can. I'm thankful that I get to see my family from abroad. They just came back because all the COVID restrictions got relaxed and stuff like that. So everything. Nah, hari ini kita akan sama-sama cari tahu sebenarnya Thanksgiving itu maknanya apa sih untuk orang-orang di Amerika pada khususnya, dan mungkin budaya yang sudah ditularkan lintas benua, lintas pulau, lintas negara tentang makna dari Thanksgiving ini. Dan mungkin yang kita tahu, Thanksgiving is identical with the food. Anyone knows apa makanan identik sama Thanksgiving? Hah? Yang keras dong, apa? Turkey, kalkun, ya betul. Apa lagi aside of that? Pie, what kind of pie? Pumpkin pie. Also, I heard somebody says pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. Yeah, that's acceptable. But anyway, today we will cook those iconic Thanksgiving menus with our chef. So I've known him for not quite recently because he came to my studio and he cooked more than twice because in the studio we love free food, of course. And today also we will have some free foods. Jadi kalau boleh dikasih tahu, dia adalah top 3 dari MasterChef Indonesia season 9. 9 ya? 9. And also a little bit about him. He used to be the chef de partie at Auberge du Soleil in California, USA, of course, and also owner of Burger Garage. For those of you yang belum coba, cobain. Enak banget. Terus ada lagi, dia juga owner of Hazelwood. You have to try the cake. Celebrity chef with more than 100K plus followers. That's important these days. And please welcome Chef Arsyan. It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you
How are you?
again.
How are you? All
Didn't
right,
expect to
so
see you
Arsyan,
here. Mhm.
what will we cook today? Kita mau masak apa hari ini?
So the main star of today's show is the turkey.
Yes.
And it's very important to know how to properly prepare the turkey
Mhm.
before roasting, because it's not just a matter of putting it in the oven.
Uh-huh.
There's so much thing that you need to do to make sure that you get a very nice turkey.
Dude, turkey is so big.
hmm This turkey is huge. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out.
All right.
Okay.
So before we get into the tricks,
Mhm.
boleh dikasih tahu nggak bahan-bahannya tuh apa aja sih?
So for now, I'm gonna show you how to make the compound butter, which is the flavored butter we're gonna use to flavor the turkey.
Oke.
And in the butter, we have just normal butter,
Mhm.
rosemary, thyme, garlic, lime, and lemon and salt.
Okay.
Okay.
So with the onion, what we will do with the onion?
Garlic.
Oh,
You
garlic.
mean
I'm sorry.
garlic?
Garlic.
Mhm.
I'm so bad with cooking. Man.
Okay. So first, we're gonna take the butter. So we're gonna start by making the compound butter.
Oke.
So we have
Ini
butter.
berapa banyak sih butter ini?
Uh, as much as you want, to be honest, because we're gonna
Or-
need a lot to season the turkey from the inside,
Or
not just
probably
from the outside.
or probably in the time of world inflation, as much as you can afford.
As much as you can afford. Okay, so we have rosemary here, and I think something interesting that I read up about Thanksgiving is that
Mhm.
do you know why turkey is the main identic food when it comes to Thanksgiving?
No.
So when the pilgrims arrived in the U.S.,
Uh-huh.
turkey was one of the most readily available poultry.
Uh-huh.
So because different than chicken and cow,
Uh-huh.
which you breed them for their eggs
Uh-huh.
or cows for their milk,
Yeah.
turkey is only bred for their meat.
Meat.
Yes. So it was a readily available poultry and it was considered cheap back in the day. That's why it became a staple
I
purely because of that. But there's so
see.
many different history as to why turkey became the number one poultry when it comes
Mhm.
to Thanksgiving.
Sekarang
so many
justru
different-
malah kayaknya turkey paling mahal
Paling
ya.
mahal, iya. Sekarang malah
Kalau dulu paling murah,
dulu
sekarang
paling murah.
sekarang paling mahal.
Sekarang mahal banget because I guess in Indonesia we don't really eat turkey.
We don't really eat turkey.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's why
true.
when turkeys are imported here, the
Mm.
price gets so high.
All right. Okay.
And turkeys are normally best eaten when they're about 1 year old, not more than 1.5. Because when they're one and a half
1.5
years old,
Oh, really?
hmm so it really takes a while to breed them. That's why maybe the cost when it's imported here is so
Mhm,
expensive.
mhm.
Because even local ones that you breed
Mhm.
are also it takes so long to breed.
To breed them.
Mhm.
So what was this?
That's can you guess?
Parsley.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, great.
good.
You're good.
I'm good.
Okay, so I just put rosemary, parsley into some butter,
Uh-huh.
and then this is very important. You want to use the
The
zest of
zest.
the lemon, not the juice. You just want the zest. And
What
ideally,
difference should it make?
because you don't want to introduce too much liquid into the
Oh, I see.
poultry. You just want the fat and the flavor
Mm.
of the lemon.
Mm.
So you don't want to put too much water in the compound butter.
So that being said, you still have the citrusy flavor of it.
Yeah, you still have the flavor and the smell without
Ah.
introducing too much liquid.
Oke. Nah, problemnya adalah kalau kita disuruh marut kulit lemon or any citrus ya,
Mhm.
ada batasannya nggak sampai mana? Soalnya takutnya dapat yang bagian
Mhm.
pahitnya gitu loh, ya nggak sih?
Oh, super good question.
Right?
I mean, you want to make sure you stop right before the white part. You just want to get the yellow
Oh.
part when the zest is already white. it's bitter. That's why
So
you
just
just
remember
wanna
the colorful part.
just the colorful part.
Just the colorful part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one lemon here, some salt, and some pepper.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna be the main flavoring of the turkey itself.
So just that.
Yes, because the rest is
Wow.
gonna be in the sauce, in the
Mm.
other components. But the turkey, we keep it fairly simple because
Mm-hmm.
we just wanna elevate the natural flavor of the turkey
So we might we here in Indonesia we might not be familiar with the turkey
flavor.
the flavor and
Mm-hmm.
also the turkey recipes and stuff like that. But we heard about stuffing. What is actually stuffing?
So stuffing is, even though the name is implies that it's stuffed in the turkey,
Exactly what I thought.
but it's not. It's
So it's not being stuffed inside.
no, stuffing is not stuffed inside the turkey. It's a separate condiment, and it's mostly day old bread and then some
Ah,
eggs. It's essentially almost like a bread pudding, but then it's a savory bread
bread
pudding.
pudding.
You use stale bread and then you eat it as a condiment. But to be honest, I don't know why it's called stuffing because it's not stuffed in the turkey.
Any Americans in the audience? Do you know why it's called stuffing?
Even though it's not stuffed, I'm also gonna grate in
You
some
got us
garlic.
confused here.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's sort of like Yorkshire pudding, something like
Yes,
that. Okay.
it's not really a pudding.
It's not really a pudding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the bready thingy that you
Yeah.
eat with all the gravy and all,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a pudding.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now comes the most, I would say, very, very important part in stuffing the turkey.
Ini harus diperhatikan ya.
Yeah, this is
Ini
very
harus
important.
diperhatikan.
To make sure the fat in the turkey render properly, because there's so much fat in the skin.
Uh-huh.
You have to make sure you separate the skin from the meat.
God.
Yes, this is very important, and maybe some of you might think it looks weird, but trust me, this is very essential. So you want to put your hand
Uh-huh.
right under the skin and the meat, and you want to make sure you literally separate uh everything. Like it looks weird, right? I know, but trust me, this makes a lot of difference.
Will
If
it
you
break?
no, their skin is so thick.
Elastic.
Yes,
Okay.
it's so elastic. It's not gonna puncture. So you want to make sure you get literally all of the skin
Yeah.
separated from the meat.
For those of you who might be watching from wherever you are at the moment digitally, if you want to have any questions, you can just pop the questions into our social media. At America is on Twitter as well, or probably do we have any other platform to post the questions? Twitter. Okay, just pause it to our Twitter account, and we'll be answering that after this meticulous process.
Yes, especially the thigh, it gets a bit hard. So you know, flip it
So
and just make sure.
everything,
Yes,
every part,
you want to make sure. See the you want to separate the fat. I mean the
even through
skin.
the wings.
No, the wings not really, because there's not that much meat.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
just gonna be used to flavor the
The
broth,
gravy.
the gravy, right?
I
Mhm.
see.
So we just want to separate the thighs and the breast. Now, once we've done
That
that,
looks fun.
once we've done that, we want to put our compound butter in between the
The
skin
skin and the meat.
and the meat. Yes. So this will help keeps the breast moist, and it'll keep it from overcooking, because normally the breast cooks faster than the legs, right?
Uh-huh.
So you want that layer of fat to make sure it's not cooking as fast.
Now that's the problem that we've been thinking of because
Mhm.
when you cook the turkey wrong, it got really tough.
Yes. So you want to make sure that that's why this step is very important. So you're gonna put the butter right in between the layer like that, and you want to make sure there's like just a good amount of protective barrier, just like that. And you can see all the herbs uh,
Oh yeah.
from the one we
It's
chopped
almost
earlier.
translucent.
It's almost translucent. So we want to make sure we just put it everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the.
I have to say
the
this might be the work of art. Dude, this is so difficult.
Putting butter into turkey. Yeah, and see, you want to make sure you get it also in the legs. And a tip is just to like push it through. Let's say you put a dollop here,
Uh-huh.
and then you can just like massage it
So
through the rest.
you would distribute it
There you go.
evenly.
Mm-hmm. See, and then you can see all the butter like in the thigh.
Mm.
So you want to make sure the butter gets everywhere.
You know what? You can actually do it while watching Netflix, while watching YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, or probably watching another cooking show. You can, like, okay, I'm gonna do it
Mm-hmm.
in the span of 3 hours.
Yeah, isn't this very hot if you're serving it for your lady friend? Hmm. Okay, so once once it's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
covered, you also want to put on the outside.
So only that part, not
Hmm.
the other part.
No, because the bottom part, it's mostly just fat, and there's no not
Oh,
much edible meat.
uh-huh.
So you just want to
So you
save
got
the
bones.
breast and the thigh. You're just
Okay,
gonna
okay,
use that
okay.
to flavor the gravy later. So you want to put some butter also in the cavity.
In the cavity.
Hmm.
So this this is the time when you stuff it,
Hmm.
not with the stuffing.
Not with the stuffing. And you want to stuff with the lemon you peeled earlier also.
Oh.
So we're gonna cut it in half, and then we're just gonna put it inside.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also very important because the steam from the lemon
Uh-huh.
is gonna help keep the inside moist. Rather than it drying out,
Oh.
it's gonna help. It's gonna steam inside the turkey, and it's gonna keep the meat moist.
So you just stuck it in.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just suck it in. Okay, well that's actually the hard part of the turkey pretty much done,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is time to roast. But since the
Oh, you want me
oven,
to
see,
help you with that?
mm-hmm,
Dude, I think it's already hot.
mm-hmm,
It's hot.
it is hot.
It is hot.
Hmm.
So you want me to help you with anything?
No, I think I got
Ngetes ilmu aja kira-kira tahan panas kan nih kita.
Are you willing to bet that the turkey is gonna fit in the oven or not?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the turkey in the roasting tray.
Uh-huh.
It should fit in
You're the chef, man.
the oven.
I will trust you in my life. Oh, that fits.
Hmm.
Ooh.
But ideally, at home, you want to use a bigger oven.
A bigger
Thi-
oven.
Yes, this is
So
very.
is it
This
better
is
to
just for
put
show.
to use the electric oven or
Hmm.
the stove oven?
I would recommend a convection oven.
Okay.
Yes, because this oven only heats from the top and bottom, and to get an even color roasting,
Mm-hmm.
you would want one that has the fan in it.
Oh, so it would,
There you go.
go like 360.
Yes,
Oh, it
it
fits.
fits.
Tepuk tangan
Yay.
dong untuk Arsyan. Wow.
Hmm.
Dude,
Okay.
you're the man.
Hmm.
I
I
told
knew
you.
it would. I knew it would fit. Okay, let me just clean up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because now we have a ready-made turkey
Uh-huh.
that we can show on how to carve it.
Okay, ideally,
Yes.
how long will you put the turkey in the oven for?
First you want to make sure to fully cook it first at around maybe 140 degrees
140
for
degrees.
around 45 minutes,
Okay.
and then you would crank up the heat to maybe 170, 180
Mm-hmm.
for another 30 minutes
Okay.
for around a 4.5 to 5 kilo turkey. Ideally, you would want 1.5 hours.
I hate why I'm so bad in math.
Because it depends on the size of the turkey. But when I cook this, I use a meat thermometer.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
That's even easier.
So you would want to cook the thigh to around 74 degrees.
Oke.
Mhm.
Jadi akan lebih memudahkan kalau misalkan punya termometer daging bisa
Mhm.
dibeli di supermarket ada lah ya.
Ada.
Ada ya di bawah
Mhm.
juga ada tuh di French market juga ada.
Mhm.
Bisa dibeli meat thermometer. So because it's very useful for you if you like to cook meat.
Mhm. It's very,
You
very
cook
useful.
roast beef, you cook lamb shank,
Mhm.
roast chicken, just simple roast chicken.
Mhm.
And in this case with the turkey as well.
Okay.
And also if you like to fry some fried chicken, southern style fried chicken, buttermilk fried chicken and stuff like that, you got to have like a certain degrees of the heat for the oil, and you can
Mm-hmm.
actually use that.
Yes.
So if you like to cook, just stuff it in your home.
Yes. Okay. So in this turkey, I trust the turkey, which helps it keep its shape rather than the leg going outside.
Okay.
So you tie it around the bottom of the drumstick,
Mm-hmm.
around here. So just to make sure you keep this up like that.
I see.
And since this is cooked the day before, the
Mm-hmm.
fat has cooled down. But you can do this right before serving. So you tie it before it gets in the oven,
Mm-hmm.
and then right when it comes out of the oven, you can take it out, and it should remain like
Intact like that.
intact.
So, any don'ts when it comes to cooking turkey?
Um,
Kayak kalau
some.
misalkan kita masak masak ayam misalnya chicken breast gitu.
Yes.
Nggak boleh lebih dari I don't know. Misalkan harus ada
80
liquidnya,
degrees.
harus ada liquidnya atau nggak boleh lebih dari 80 degrees and something like that. For the
It's
turkey, any
important.
don'ts?
Yes, it's important during the middle of the cook.
Uh-huh.
You baste it with the fat that's rendering, just to, cause then
Oh.
it'll drip fat,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then you have to baste it to make sure the skin is more evenly
So
brown.
basting it means like the thing that you do with a steak, like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Oh,
You
okay.
put the fat over itself.
Oh, right.
Okay. So now I'm gonna cut. As you can see inside, we still have the lemon, the
Okay, you could
onion.
actually show it to the audience.
So this, we're gonna take it out. This was just
Ooh.
used to flavor it. We have also an onion that I put here.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a garlic.
Garlic. We have
but-
everything inside. You want to find your missing phones? You can.
Yeah, and don't throw this away because we also use the inside to flavor
The
gravy.
gravy.
Yeah, we use everything
So
to flavor
basically,
the
the
gravy.
flavor of the turkey also immersed in this ingredients, no?
So there's
All the fat.
the fat from the turkey is flavoring the vegetables, so you can use that to flavor the gravy.
Ooh.
So now what I'm gonna do is
I
to
can hear
cut.
the angels sing hallelujah.
I'm gonna cut the skin from the thigh, and then you can hear the pop of the
Oh
meat,
wow.
and see because it's.
I just want to show you how it sounds.
Oh, okay. You can do that with the other one. So you want to make sure. Oh, can you?
No.
Not really. Yeah.
It's not audible.
So because I made sure that the thigh is cooked, you can see that it's still really white. It's cold, but then once you reheated this, it's gonna be so good.
So which one's more fatty? In the poultry family, duck, turkey, chicken, goose.
I would say duck compared turkey has so much more fat.
Okay.
The breast area, even though duck is also quite fatty, but some of turkey's fat is inedible just because it's a bird who works a lot. It's like it's a very muscular bird, right? That's why there's some parts that's very tough, and then the muscle, the fat becomes a bit yellow and jiggly,
Yeah.
and that one's not really edible. So I would say
Inedible.
inedible. So I think turkey has so much more fat than duck.
Oh wow. So remember, guys, to put some muscle on, preparing yourself for zombie apocalypse because nobody would eat you.
Okay, so uh, you can serve the drumstick as it is for a family style, serving them on the bone.
Yes.
Definitely the way to go. So you can
It's a
pick
yes.
which part do you want. But since for like a banquet, I would dice up the thigh into like smaller pieces, so you can just eat it without the bones. Then that's gonna be very hard to eat. So yeah, I'm just gonna separate the thigh and the drumstick.
Is there any certain way to cut it or to slice it? Because from what we've been watching in the movies, in the series and stuff like that, when it comes to turkey, there's a certain way to slice it and certain what you call it ritual because the
Mhm.
head of the family should actually slice it, carve it, something like that. Does it have any certain way
I,
to?
I think it just matter whether you like white meat or dark meat. I think that's the most
Ah,
important part, just to
okay.
separate those two.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to serve like this whole thing, I feel like feel free to do that.
Yes, I love
Okay,
that.
so now I'm gonna try to cut the breast.
By the way, if you have any questions, please do pop it. We can actually take your questions. Kalau ada pertanyaan silakan ya. Uh, saya sih punya banyak pertanyaan. Silakan. Namanya siapa? Pertanyaannya apa? Silakan.
My name is Nunki. I wonder, can we cook the turkey with microwave? How much is it the time? Thank you.
Thank you, Nunki. So
Uh,
can we cook it in the microwave or not?
but I think these days microwave has an oven setting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you buy a pack of turkey,
Mm-hmm.
especially from the supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
there's actually cooking instructions that says you can actually cook it in the microwave just to make sure, but your microwave is actually big enough.
Yeah.
But if it's kalau misal microwave emang gede, harusnya ada setting yang bisa buat masak turkey.
Jadi problemnya adalah bukan cari ovennya, cari turkey yang bisa di microwave.
Bener.
Gitu ya.
Dan turkey gede banget ya. Itu kayak nggak muat di microwave
Nggak
nggak sih ya
muat.
tadi kalau yang
Ini
itu.
sih nggak muat microwave gue segede-gede juga nggak muat. Ada lagi? Silakan. Kalau mau bertanya,
So
feel
here
free
we
ya.
have the white meat.
Ooh,
To be honest, from a turkey, I much prefer the white meat
why?
compared to the dark meat,
Why?
because the dark meat tends to have more of that turkey like smell, and like it's more
Oh,
gamey.
uh-huh.
Whereas I feel like the breast of a turkey is so much more tender, and as you can see, it's like still, even though this is because it's still cold, but then when it's reheated, I feel
Mhm.
like the texture is more nice.
So, I mean, with chicken, I like legs more than breast. I
With
hate
chicken,
breast
I agree.
because it's dry. It's
Mhm.
it's stuck in your throat. It's everything not good from chicken. I'm sorry for that.
Mhm.
If you like the chicken breast, but with
I do agree.
the turkey,
Yes,
um,
I prefer the
you prefer the
the breast.
breast.
Yes, because the fat from the outside is it's thick
Oh,
enough to protect it from going dry. Even though it's if you overcook it, it
yeah,
still will get
yeah.
dry.
I
But
see.
because the fat is so thick, I feel like
So it keeps the moist
it keeps
inside the
it
turkey
pretty moist.
because of the fat.
Mhm. Okay, I'm just gonna carve
Ooh,
the other side.
ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, this part you also wanna be careful because you wanna try to get as much meat from the carcass as possible.
Mhm. Tapi ada yang memang merayakan Thanksgiving atau biasanya Thanksgiving dinner sama teman-teman every year, every Thanksgiving. Although you might not be American or you might not, brought up in America, something like that. Ada yang sering
Because I think
Thanksgiving
we
dinner?
don't really
We
celebrate
don't really,
Thanksgiving that
yeah,
much,
we don't
right?
really celebrate Thanksgiving
Mhm.
because it has some certain thing to be celebrate there in the States.
Mhm.
Tapi kalau misalkan biasanya makan-makan pendampingnya tuh kalau makan turkey, of course we're gonna make the gravy. I don't know. What do you usually eat with turkey on Thanksgiving?
I think in here ham is more popular. Pork, like a
Yes.
pork roast. I feel
Yes.
like that's more popular here compared to turkey.
Oh, you know what? Green beans.
Green
Or yeah,
beans,
green
yes.
beans, right? Green beans with some chopped almond
Mhm.
and stuff. Sorry? Mashed potato, yes,
Mhm.
that's true. That's
Yes.
correct.
Okay,
Would
so
you
I'm just
prefer
I'm
mashed
gonna
potato or roasted
roast
potato?
potatoes.
Which one you prefer? Mashed potato or roasted potato? All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna plate a little bit here, and maybe just for the later, I'm gonna put one whole drumstick
Yes.
here. So we get the drumstick, the thigh, and then for uh Thanksgiving vegetables, what's common is we have some sweet potato.
Oh, sweet
So sweet
potato.
potato. So I'm just gonna put some sweet potato, and then we have also have some roasted potatoes, and uh can't really see it here, but we also have some Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
Oh, That is also tricky.
That's pretty tricky.
That is also tricky, cooking Brussels sprouts. Jadi kayak kalau misalkan masaknya kelamaan jadi pahit gitu, terus bumbunya kurang juga, kok kayak apek ya gitu.
I understand.
Biasanya masak Brussels sprout tuh gimana? Starting
Uh,
from you preparing it,
mhm.
washing it and stuff, and then all the way until you pop it out from the oven or pop it out from the pan.
For me, the best way to cook Brussels sprout is to fry them in oil, and
Udah
then
goreng aja gitu.
goreng aja, and then the outside gets nice and dark, and then you
Okay.
toss it with like lemon zest, olive oil, some chili. For me, that's the best way. It's not gonna smell.
So no seasoning beforehand.
No, no
seasoning
beforehand,
before
just
you
raw.
fry it.
Nope, just remove the back and cut it in half.
Oh, okay. So you remove the stem and then
Mhm.
cut it in half. Just pop it in your frying pan with
Mhm.
lots of oil. So it's
Lots
deep
of
frying.
deep fry.
Deep
Mhm.
frying.
Deep fry.
Deep fry it.
Or if you want it healthier, you can also just roast it in the oven until it gets really dark. But
Mhm.
you have to make sure that it's not undercooked. It gets bitter when it's undercooked.
Oh, okay.
When it's like almost overcooked, you think that it's burnt, but it's not burnt. It's just gonna be like almost really dark, very
Mhm.
close to burnt.
Mhm.
That's for me is the best way to cook Brussels sprouts. So for the gravy, mostly it's just the juice from the turkey, uh, and then you put more chicken stock,
Uh-huh.
and then you can. It's naturally thick from the gelatin of the turkey, but you can thicken it some more with some cornstarch.
Okay.
Mhm.
Jadi fat yang ada di compartment yang
Turkey.
di bawah itu ya.
Mhm.
So the fat from that, and then you put it in the pan, in the
Mhm.
saucepan,
Yeah.
and then after that you
You
put
put
some
all the onions, garlic
from the stuffing
from the
inside
stuffing, and then
inside the
in the
turkey.
container you just like mash the vegetables into
Or
the.
can you use the hand blender?
I you can, but normally I would recommend just mashing it, because then you're gonna strain it after to not get the big
Oh,
chunks.
I
You don't want it like,
see.
because then if you puree with a hand
Yeah,
blender,
yeah.
the sauce is gonna be a bit grainy,
Mm-hmm.
like a puree.
Yeah,
So
okay,
you just
puree.
want the flavor of the onion without
Okay.
actually
So you
blending it.
want it clean, the
Yes.
consistency to be clean,
Mhm.
and then you can thicken it up with some cornstarch.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, and there you go.
Are we
That's
done?
mm-hmm. Essentially,
Whoa,
that's
Arsyan, everyone. Okay, so uh, this is still cold, isn't it?
Yes, this is cool.
So you usually serve it cold.
No, the turkey we serve it warm, but then after you put it out the oven,
Yeah.
you want to make sure to rest it for at least 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
so that it's not the juice is still inside,
Yeah.
and then you serve it hot.
All
But just
right.
for this demo, we serve it cold because this turkey is already roasted before.
Okay, so another condiment on the plate is the sauce.
Oh yes,
What
that's
sauce is it?
cranberry sauce.
Okay, cranberry sauce. Is there
Mhm.
any certain way to cook, or you can share the recipe with us?
Because cranberries here are very expensive. If you buy like just uh raw cranberries,
Or can we use the
canned one,
frozen cranberry?
frozen cranberries, yes.
Because it's much cheaper.
Mhm.
Because I usually stock up frozen fruits at home.
Yeah.
Jadi strawberry, blackberry, or probably mixed berry. Even guava, watermelon. I buy it all frozen and pop it in the freezer. And every time I want some smoothies and stuff like that,
Mhm.
just pop it
Yeah, that's
in
a very
my
good
Can,
hack.
can we use the frozen
Yes,
cranberries?
frozen like bagged cranberries.
Yeah, bagged cranberries.
Definitely you can use that,
Mhm.
and then you just need to cook it down with some sugar, some a little bit of salt to make it a bit more savory, so
Okay.
it's not too sweet.
Mhm.
And essentially, you just cook it for a long time until it gets to this jam consistency,
Mhm.
and that's it. That's just very
What's the ratio, cranberry to sugar to? Do you need the
because
water?
then it depends if the cranberries are like sweet enough. Because it depends, right?
Oh,
And so I can't give you like a measurement.
yeah.
You just like put it to your taste, so it's not too sweet.
So cooking is like,
It's all about.
nurturing the relationship. You need to put the feeling in it, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Sekarang
There
kita
you go.
mau
Mhm.
ajak beberapa orang, dua kali ya, dua orang untuk coba. Tapi mungkin ini yang dingin.
Yeah, this is a bit cold.
Dingin. Kita boleh minta yang
We
anget
can
nggak?
actually We can actually reheat it a little bit in the oven, maybe.
Oke, boleh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take out this turkey because.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay. Do we need any tray with it?
I'm gonna put it down below.
All right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dude.
Oh, so I'm gonna
Dude.
finish cooking this later at home.
At home.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, you have
Okay.
to hide it.
Mm-hmm. And then this one,
That
I
you,
have.
you want
Oh,
to
there
use
you go.
that
Mm-hmm,
basket,
mm-hmm.
that tray. He's doing the extra work only for you because you know that you want the turkey. Ada lagi yang mau bertanya? Silakan. Silakan yang itu dulu. Tahan dulu ya Mas ya.
Okay. Hello, I am Farisa. I want to ask about the technique. Can you
Mm-hmm.
do it also with every kind of poultry, with the skinning and putting the butter inside it? Thank you.
Mm.
You're welcome. Can you do with the other poultry?
I actually never tried it before, but I think with chicken it's definitely possible.
Hmm.
But with duck, I don't think it's possible, just because in duck the skin to the meat sticks quite a lot.
Mhm.
So I don't think you can remove the. Actually, you can. You can use.
You can.
You can use
Okay,
duck.
you can.
You can.
But
You can.
tapi
You can.
tujuannya untuk apa dulu nih? Apakah untuk bikin dagingnya tetap moist? Sorry? Innovation. I
Oh
love
yes. No,
Indonesian
you
youth
can.
when
You
it
can.
comes to innovation.
Because with like a Peking duck,
Uh-huh.
you normally they actually inject it with like air, like an air compressor, to make sure the skin is separated. That's why in Peking duck the skin is so crispy and thin.
Now that's
Because,
random.
because you separate the meat from the fat, the
Really?
skin. Mm-hmm.
You put the air
Compressor,
compressor.
and then it's so much faster than doing it by hand. You can do it by hand, but then air compressor is so much faster. Yes, it's possible.
Wow. Bebek kayak ban kempes.
Mm-hmm,
Kasih
mm-hmm.
kompresor. Oke, silakan, Mas. So you can actually do it if you want to, innovate.
Hi, my name is Faisal.
Hi,
Uh,
Faisal.
okay, I have a question. Okay, it might be sounds weird, but as we know that we use it must be a turkey.
Uh-huh.
But how about to use another meat such as maybe chicken? Because I live in countryside and it's quite difficult to find
Uh-huh.
such a thing like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Faisal. Can you actually redo the recipe with
Mhm.
chicken? So
I
all
mean,
this butter thingy.
yes, yes. Uh, it's like, of course you can,
Mm.
but then I feel like you don't get that essence of Thanksgiving by eating a roast chicken. But
Oh.
I feel like if you're in a tight spot, definitely roast chicken as a centerpiece for Thanksgiving
Mhm.
still gonna be very good, especially if you
The
cook it
cooking
right.
time.
Sorry?
The cooking time. How about the cooking time?
Oh, the cooking time definitely not as much. Probably the almost half the cooking time, maybe around
30, 40 minutes.
40 minutes
40 minutes.
to an hour.
40 minutes to an hour
I'm gonna
with
put some more.
the same technique with 170 and then crank it up. Sorry, 140 and
140.
crank it up to 170, 180.
Yes.
Oh, jadi gitu. Jadi tekniknya masih sama, cuman paling cooking time-nya aja dipendekin gitu. Ada lagi silakan. Di atas, Mas. Kalau Mas di situ tuh. Oh, ada. Hello, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, hello.
What's your name?
I'm Andy.
Andy. Okay,
Yeah.
Andy, silakan.
Can we cook turkeys in Indonesian style food?
Ooh.
And what kind of dish you recommend to cook it?
Mhm.
Thank you.
I love your question.
Oh, that's a very interesting
That's a
question.
cultural
Mhm.
assimilation. Boleh ya.
Let me
Boleh
think
nggak
about that. Let me think about that. Mhm.
kalkun dimasak Indonesian way? Misalkan kalau kita biasanya masak poultry,
I'm geprek.
kalkun
gitu.
balado, kalkun
Mhm.
geprek,
Yeah,
gitu
yeah,
ya.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Opor kalkun. Apa lagi? Anything with poultry. Kalkun kalasan.
Yeah, yeah.
Bisa
yeah.
nggak?
A very interesting question. I never tried it, but I think you definitely can, because as long as you can treat the meat itself already well, like with the cooking time,
Yeah.
not overcooking the breast or the thigh.
Yeah.
I feel like you can incorporate it to any Indonesian food, and it should still work.
Nah, masalahnya kalau Indonesian food itu kayak let's say with opor ayam gitu. Kan it's
Mhm.
sort of like slow cooking gitu ya.
Yeah.
whether with that kind of slow cooking, would you recommend to have it pre-cooked first?
Mm-hmm.
Like probably you put it in the grill or in the oven for like half of process, baru
Mm-hmm.
dibikin opor supaya you finishing it up with all the cooking process from opor atau gimana? Apa langsung aja
Um,
mentah-mentah gitu segede gini masukin? Wah,
no, no,
sama
definitely.
sama santan, sama kan kalau misalkan kita masak rendang ya,
Mhm.
masak
Just
rendang,
everything.
iya you put
Uh-huh.
everything gitu kan, masukin aja masak rendang kan, aduh Tuhan kayaknya kau berabad-abad nih nggak matang-matang.
Mhm, mhm. No, with if you wanna cook it, that if you wanna braise it or if you
Hmm,
wanna other than roasting,
ya.
I would definitely recommend separating it beforehand. So thigh separate,
Oh,
breast separate.
uh-huh,
Because then
uh-huh.
if you mix whole, there's no way you can braise a whole
Yeah,
turkey. Like the
that will
pan is
be
so
like a very
no,
long cooking
yeah,
time,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's not possible. So
Okay.
I would recommend definitely separating it
Mm-hmm.
to the thighs and the breast,
Mm-hmm.
and then you cook it as how you would normally a chicken.
Resep apa yang kira-kira bisa dibikin dengan kalkun kalau untuk makanan Indonesia?
Hmm.
Just
Um,
you know,
mhm.
uh,
I'm sure this with sambal, any kind of sambal would be
uh,
great. I think
everything
kalkun
with sambal
geprek
could
is
be
gonna be great.
good, man.
Oh, but I think unlike chicken, you can't just take a raw turkey
Mm-hmm.
and then like deep fry it like a deep fried chicken,
Yeah,
because then it's gonna be so tough.
yeah.
So if you wanna cook, let's say a deep fried turkey,
Uh-huh.
it definitely needs to be cooked beforehand. Like let's say
Like this.
like this is already like a pre-cooked breast,
Uh-huh.
and then you wanna like put it in like a breadcrumb or like a flour.
Okay.
Then you can fry it. But
Uh-huh.
then when it's raw, it's gonna be so tough. You don't wanna just
Ah.
fry raw turkey.
Kayak masak ayam kampung gak sih?
I similar.
Similar ya?
Because they're very
Okay.
muscular, right?
Yeah, very
They
muscular.
run
They go
around.
to the gym quite often. Okay. Ada lagi
Mhm.
yang mau tanya silakan? Oh ya silakan itu di bawah nih.
Hello, my name is Anggoro.
Hai Anggoro.
I would like to ask about cooking turkey. How to ensure that since turkey is so big,
Uh-huh.
how to make sure it's well cooked to avoid the pinky meat.
Oh ya ya.
Thank you.
Thank you Anggoro.
I
How
think
do
uh-huh.
you make sure that it's actually cooked through? Udah
Uh,
matang semua gitu.
so when I cook this turkey, my oven has a thermometer built into the oven. So I just like
Oh.
I stick it into the thickest part of the leg, which is like around here, and you just want to make sure that it's at least 74 degrees,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna be there's not gonna be any blood. A little bit pink is okay from turkey. It's not like a chicken.
Yeah.
Sometimes the meat itself is like very very slightly on the pinkish side,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's fine.
Oh, that's
But
fine.
on the breast, you just want to cook it to around 68 to 70 degrees. So when you cook the turkey, if you want to be like really, really detailed,
Uh-huh.
after the breast, it's already around 68 to 70 degrees. You can like cover just the breast with foil. And so
And still in the oven.
it's still in the oven, but you can cover just the crown, we call it,
Uh-huh.
with foil, and then continue the legs to cook so that it's not gonna get like a direct heat from the oven. And then you wait
Oh.
until the thigh is
Cooked through.
74 degrees.
Jadi sekali lagi ya, termometer itu berguna sekali untuk masak turkey. Kalau
Yes.
misalkan mikir kapan gue masak turkey-nya setahun sekali, bisa dipakai buat yang lain, tenang aja. Ada lagi yang mau tanya? Silakan di depan Mas, boleh?
And I think the
Kalau
our turkey
masaknya,
is pretty.
misalkan kalau saya biasanya kalau mau bikin sate gitu ya,
Aha.
atau sama juga kayak gini, biasanya kita ini dulu direbus dulu atau dikukus
Aha.
biar dia cepat matang kan. Terus baru
Bakar.
dipanggang. Itu prosesnya seperti itu oke apa enggak sih sebenarnya?
Oke,
Maksudnya gizinya atau apanya bisa hilang atau gimana?
Oh, oke. So actually it's pertanyaannya mungkin lebih general, nggak cuma untuk kalkun aja. Kalau misalkan kita masak
You wanna roast
iya
something.
something kayak tadi masak sate. Mas siapa namanya? Mas Syarudin. Katanya kalau misalkan masak sate kan direbus dulu baru dibakar. Apa cara masaknya seperti itu ideal? Apa nanti hilang nutrisinya gitu kali ya? Hilang kelembapannya? Oke.
I think for like grilling, it's definitely a good idea to pre-cook the turkey beforehand just to make sure
Mm-hmm.
either you braise it or even roasting. Let's say you roast it slightly under the temperature. Let's say the breast you roast it at until 65 degrees, so it's
Yeah.
still very slightly
Ini
pink
65 derajat maksudnya di termometer
di
daging ya.
thermometernya. And then while it's still slightly pink, you can
Hmm.
portion it up and then finish it off in the grill.
Mhm.
I think that's also a good idea.
Ooh, sounds really
But then
good.
I don't think you can just like put a raw chicken. I mean a raw turkey in the grill.
Huh?
I guess you can, but then I feel the texture is gonna be a bit
Tough
tougher.
ya.
Yes, because
Nah,
it needs that time.
oke, kalau itu kalau kalkun.
Uh-huh.
Kalau yang lain kayak let's say beef, chicken, lamb, for the process to be like that long like the turkey has, di pre-cook dulu, abis itu
Mm,
ditusuk sate, abis itu kemudian dibakar segala macam. Will it be
will make a difference or
making a difference? Will it make any
um
difference?
let's just focus on poultry first. 'Cause if we talk
Ah,
about red
okay.
meats, it's gonna be we're gonna be here for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay, 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 okay.
so
So,
let's say just poultry first.
jadi at Amerika ada alasan lagi ya untuk undang Arsyan lagi ya.
Talk
Kita
about other stuff.
talking
Yeah.
about red meat ya. Oke, Mas
So,
Odin, mudah-mudahan terjawab ya. Ada lagi, silakan.
but I'm not like with
Oh,
to your
you
question.
finished, okay.
To your question, let's say other poultry like duck, chicken, and turkey.
Yeah.
Chicken definitely you can cook it like very fast just to make sure it's very juicy, right?
Hmm.
But with duck, you also want that time. You can't for the thigh really needs a long cooking process, and braising is very well for duck thighs.
Mm-hmm.
But with duck breast, you actually want to serve it medium rare. That's why when you serve duck breast, it's normally still
True.
red.
True.
Yes. So duck breast, you want it to serve it fast, but you just want to make sure that the skin, because it's so fat,
Yeah.
you want it to be rendered out very well.
Okay, so that is actually the answer. You know, listening to our conversation, it convinced me more just to order. I'm not gonna cook it. I'm bad with
It's
cooking.
not as complicated as I make it seem.
Oh, so we have the ready product. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna get some cutleries for you. So then, can we have some fork, please? Like 2 forks. Can we have some forks?
I'm just gonna season it a little bit because the
Forks.
seasoning mostly is in the skin and the layer in between the fat. I mean the meat and the skin. So on the meat part,
All
I
right.
just wanna season it a little
I just asked my mom for forks.
bit.
So I would want 2 people to taste with me. Okay. All right. So actually, out, mommy. Okay. Can I have you, please? Yeah, girl with vest. Yes, you, you, you. The girl with vest. You. Yes, you. Okay. Come up. Okay, just to be fair, I get okay. Somebody. Yes. Can I have you, please? Hello. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving. What's your name? Uni. Okay, Uni. Please. I haven't touched anything. Um, the other one. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving. What's your name? Aldi. Sir, please. So
Mm-hmm.
you get to taste
pretty sure.
the turkey by Chef Arsyan.
Do you
Please
have one more fork?
try it.
Do you have one more fork?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, so just because it's too big, I'm gonna cut it in half. But I'm gonna.
Okay, I got more fork. Can I get a fork, please? Mom, can I get fork?
I can just use theirs. I can use theirs. I'm not gonna touch it with my mouth.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, my mom is generous enough.
Yeah, actually, it's a bit hard to cut on the plate. Mhm.
It's a challenge. It's more challenge. New challenges every day, although as you chef.
I'm just gonna serve you as a breast. There you go. Mhm.
Wow.
Thank you for coming to the demo.
Yes. Yeah, yes, please do, please
Yes.
do. Can I have the microphone for the lady, please?
Go.
Silakan, silakan.
Ah, um, saya punya 3 putra, putra saya yang termuda vegan.
Vegan, okay.
Vegan, okay? So is there any possibility you can teach me how to make that kind of special turkey for this Thanksgiving event for the vegan?
Okay.
Oh.
So that's
Kumaha
actually challenging.
kumaha teh
Mm.
carana euy.
Kumaha
Kumaha teh
sigana.
carana euy.
Ah,
Piye
Mm.
carane?
ah.
Thanksgiving for vegan. That's
Ya, kumaha? How?
Kumaha ya?
Kumaha itu?
Hmm.
Ya, it happened my son Ando Vida Lopez itu
Oh.
vegan. Jadi
Mhm.
I
So,
hope I can
Andovi is vegan.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. So I'm
Okay.
trying to convince him
Mm.
kalau bisa. Thank you anyway.
So I think there is um mock chicken.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right.
Right? You know, where you can incorporate the flavors of Thanksgiving, which is still the gravy, the vegetable. But I think for the protein,
Yeah.
I think you can use the flavored butter recipe, but on
Margarine.
a mock chicken. No,
Okay, I
a
mean,
mock chicken.
butter also not vegan. Butter is from
Margarine, yes.
for dairy. You can
Mhm.
use margarine.
You can use
Or
margarine.
okay, these days we've heard about things from tempeh, right? The soybean and something like that. Can we actually use tempeh to substitute this kind of dish?
I think you can, as long as uh the flavor is still there, because like the main flavors are like the rosemary and
Yeah,
then the gravy with the cranberry sauce.
yeah.
I feel like you can still use vegetable as a main.
Oke. Jadi itu tante ya. Bisa bisa dipakai si sayur-sayurnya aja,
And
the potatoes.
these days there's like different companies. One of them is Off Meat,
Yep.
or there's like Green Rebel. I
Yeah.
think they provide a similar experience to
Mhm.
chicken, but it's completely vegan. So I think you can look into that as a protein substitute.
Oke, can I have microphone please? Boleh saya minta mikrofonnya? Coba. Kamu biasa makan turkey nggak biasanya?
Never in my
Can
Nah.
you
life.
tell the difference between a chicken breast or
Nah,
not? Do you think?
bisa nggak dikasih tauin digambarin? Tadi kan udah nyoba nih, udah nyoba. Digambarin rasanya si kalkun ini.
It tastes a lot like chicken
It tastes
actually,
A lot like
chicken.
chicken.
right?
Uh-huh.
But it's what is it? More seratnya lebih
There
agak.
is more fibrous.
More
Uh-huh.
fibrous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fibrous.
Jadi lebih banyak seratnya.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jadi lebih keras atau gimana?
Not actually.
Mhm.
Still juicy actually. Not too dry.
Not too dry. Thanks
And
to the chef.
masih empuk, masih enak.
Masih empuk.
Yeah.
Rasanya
Thank you.
apakah oke? Untuk berikutnya mungkin Aldi ya. Aldi, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, oke, Aldi.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Rasanya
Happy
apa
Thanksgiving.
ada with this kind of recipe?
Yeah.
What is the dominant flavor? Is it like the savoriness of it, or the sweet from the cranberry,
Yes,
or
it's actually the sweet from the cranberry. It's the
Mhm.
first thing that I have to admit.
Yeah.
dude? I need to
Yeah.
try the cranberry sauce.
Oh my
By the way.
god.
You should try with a little bit of the turkey
Okay.
also.
Your mom is envy in the backside.
I know, I know, I know. I let my mom work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the only one thing that I have to be making sure is mom and the few moms have to get the recipe because the chicken is maybe like the like the original chickens like
Mhm.
usually, but the recipe is really special.
Thank you.
Where should I have to buy your recipe?
Oh. I'll give
Now
you
we
the
talk
recipe personally.
Bring up the money. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can actually have a seat. Silakan. Boleh.
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 Okay, you wanna put it
Okay.
together with some of the meat?
Aldi buru-buru banget
There
nih
you
ya.
go.
Dia nggak dapat. Lagi boleh dong.
Boleh dong.
Oke.
Mhm.
Ah. No.
Yeah, I think it's very important to cook the breast
Okay.
because
I'm done.
the breast is not dry, right? It's still very soft. So I think it's thermometer very important.
Mhm. Biar aja di ngobrol.
With the putting the layer of butter, and then just to make sure it's not overcooked.
Mm-mm.
Thank you. Just put it
Thank
there.
you, thank you.
Thank
Tepuk
you.
tangan dong untuk teman-teman saya. Oke, kita ngobrol dulu sini deh, Arsyan.
Mhm.
Wow, that turkey is amazing, man. Okay,
Thank
by the
you.
way, this is the Thanksgiving celebration.
Mhm.
People used to celebrate. No, actually, Thanksgiving is about being grateful for
Exactly.
what you've experienced in the span of 1 year until the next Thanksgiving. If you could actually give us um, one thing that you are grateful for this year, what could that be?
Oh, I feel like especially this year, there's so much that I should be grateful for. Because one, of course, I want to say thanks to my parents, who's definitely been very supportive of my journey, being in MasterChef and then
Mm.
opening a business. I feel like this year there's so much that happened that I didn't think would happen maybe last year. Like,
Mhm.
can't believe it's only been 1 year. It's already been 1 year where last November I was just applying for MasterChef, and now it's like a year later and like I'm here. That's why it's like such an amazing journey, and I didn't expect to be here. But definitely my parents, I feel like it's my number one support
Hey
for
parents.
now.
Aw, buat tepuk tangan dong buat orang tuanya Arsyan. And then other than that,
um, I feel like one of the most thing that I'm grateful for is that even though I'm getting like this exposure from MasterChef in general, all the comments and all the reviews have
mhm,
been very positive, and I try to just make either cooking recipes and try to share knowledge with my followers, and
mhm,
not having this much followers in a very short amount of time.
yeah,
I feel like there's that pressure of wanting to be like great, but then in general the comments have been so positive
yeah,
and they
yeah,
enjoy my cooking reels recipes. So
yes.
I'm very grateful for my fans and audience as well.
Oh, I hope there's not much.
And thank you guys for coming
Thank
here.
you. Okay, probably you have lots of things in your DMs that we might not know. But
But what
okay,
about you? Maybe what are you
dude,
thankful for this
dude,
year?
I'm the moderator. I'm not being asked. Or probably, if I could share
Mhm.
one of my what's actually the thing I'm thankful for this year, probably because my sister's family have been living in Hong Kong for like 11 years now. So
Mhm.
um, this early this year, I finally got to meet my nephew and my sister and my brother-in-law after
Oh.
the restrictions being relaxed. So they came here and they haven't been going home since then. I
Mhm.
love to see them. And now after 10 to 11 months, I
Oh.
hope they go back to Hong Kong.
Oh, that's so
No, no, no,
great.
no,
You
no.
get to see your nephew.
Yeah, I love my nephew. And okay, mungkin kita ajak ngobrol lagi teman-teman yang ada di sini kali ya. What okay, it's not fair to just, one. What are the things that you are thankful for um in the light of this year's Thanksgiving? Anyone want to share?
Ada yang mau share apa yang
Silakan.
mereka sangat
No, ini sih. Oh, di
thankful?
depan dong boleh.
Mhm.
Oh, halo, namanya siapa?
Namaku Fatimah.
Halo
Halo
Fatima.
Fatima.
Aku sebenarnya thankful karena aku tahun ini diriin organisasi non profit ya. Oh
Hmm,
gitu. Jadi
Apa itu?
great.
Apa itu? Boleh tahu nggak?
dukungan remaja. Jadi organisasi non profit yang berfokus di kesehatan mental remaja.
Wow, tepuk tangan dong untuk Fatima.
Thank you. Yeah,
Such a
and
breakthrough.
thank you. And
Thank you so much, Fatima, for
yeah,
sharing that.
thank you.
I hope
That's such a
everyone
good cause.
such a
that-
good cause because these days, people are so into mental health. People are getting more aware of the mental health issues. And like 3 days ago, I don't know about you, man, but 3 days ago, in the morning, I broke into tears because my childhood hero, the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank. I don't know if you might not, you might know him. So Jason David Frank died in an apparent suicide, because of mental health and something like that. So I feel like things about mental health, the advocacy of mental health is quite important these days. Yeah. Okay, ada lagi yang mau sharing? Silakan. Anyone wants to share the things that they're thankful for this year? Satu lagi deh, satu lagi. Um,
Oh, there's
Oh, ada satu di sini. Tolong dong. Di atas.
Yeah, is this the best part of Thanksgiving? Like if you just take time to actually reflect on your life and just think of what you're grateful
I
for.
agree.
I think that's such an important thing to
I
reflect
agree.
every
I
year.
totally agree. Namanya siapa?
Andika.
Andika. Silakan
Iya,
Andika.
sebenarnya mau terima kasih ya ke hal-hal kecil tuh yang sebenarnya menurut saya tuh sangat membantu di kita ya. Tadi kayak saya jalan nyebrang dari BEJ ke PP kan
Iya.
ada security yang ngebantu atau kepada tukang-tukang ojek yang bantu ngantar saya dari rumah ke stasiun,
Mhm.
terus ke mungkin bapak-bapak satpam yang mungkin sering ngecek tas pas mau
Iya.
masuk MRT dan semua orang-orang yang saya terima kasih ke mereka karena sebenarnya kita kan saling membutuhkan ya sama tukang ojek, sama petugas keamanan yang bantu kita buat nyebrang, yang bantu kita buat make sure semuanya aman. Saya mau terima kasih buat mereka yang melakukan hal-hal kecil itu atau mungkin sesederhana yang sepanjang Sudirman eee, trotoarnya bersih, mungkin yang pagi-pagi, yang subuh-subuh, petugas kebersihannya sudah bantu bersihkan, jadi pas saya lewat sudah lebih bersih gitu. Thank you for everyone yang bantu saya hal kecil itu.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Boleh tepuk tangan ya. Kadang-kadang kita tuh lupa tahu nggak sama
Iya,
hal-hal kecil yang terjadi dalam hidup kita yang
selalu
harus
kayak
kita
terima
syukuri.
jadi aja.
Betul,
udah
betul
ngeliat
kayak
udah selalu bersih.
bener
kadang-
kayak lo keluar parkiran kartu flash atau e-money lo cukup aja tuh kayaknya harus bersyukur ya karena kalau nggak ada saldonya di belakang kalau nggak klakson sampai kesudahan zaman ya kan. Nah biasanya hal-hal kecil kita lupa untuk
Benar.
syukuri gitu ya. Kita bangun setiap pagi masih bernafas, kemudian mobilnya nggak mogok, atau sarapannya enak, atau things are going smoothly at the office or in school. Things we have to be grateful for. Satu lagi boleh ya? Boleh ya? Satu lagi ya? Boleh satu lagi? Ada lagi? Silakan silakan di depan. Silakan Mas Rafidin. Apa yang mau disyukuri
Oh, bukan
tahun
disyukuri,
ini?
saya mau tanya.
Oh mau tanya?
boleh,
Silakan boleh.
Kebetulan saya pernah kerja di restoran, cuman bukan di restoran tapi di manajemen restoran. Yang saya lihat bahwa bekerja di restoran terutama chef itu kan kerjaannya gila dan menurut saya kayak banyak drama dan bikin stres gitu ya. Jadi saya kebetulan HRD-nya dan sering dapat komplain soal chef dan segala macam. Dan itu kaitannya dengan mental health ya.
Oh,
Nah
oke.
kalau masnya sendiri pernah nggak sih kerja di satu restoran yang memang jadi leadernya dan ngatur semua serba harus perfect dan tepat gitu ya. Nah how you handle that situation? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the question. Wow. You were the chef de partie at
In-
Auberge de Soleil.
in Napa Valley, USA.
Iya. Nah,
Yeah.
itu mungkin bisa diceritain nggak pengalamannya? Chef, tunggu. Tapi chef de partie itu apa sih?
So chef de partie is chef of a station. So let's say there's
Oh.
a meat station, fish station,
Uh-huh.
entremetier. So chef de partie is you're in charge of one station.
Okay, what were you actually in charge for?
So because I was only there for 1 year, I started off in fish station, but then I asked the chef to move me places.
Mhm.
So in 1 year, I get to experience the fish station, entremetier, which is like a garnished vegetable section, and then garde-manger, which is the cold section, and the meat section a little bit. And I have to say, working in US was definitely one of my biggest learning experience because the chef there was really, really hard on me, but in a very good way. They pushed me to put out all my food to be perfect and then to make sure the plating and the timing is perfect because it's a fine dining restaurant.
Yeah.
You want all dishes of one table to be presented at the same time. There's one point where, let's say, the fish is already ready, but the meat's not ready. The chef would actually stack up all the plates just so that we have to do everything all over again just to make sure they're both hot at the same time so they can be taken out at the same time.
Wow, that is
It's
so stressful.
it is so stressful. And if you actually look at my hand, I have like so many scars. But the scar is from working in the kitchen.
That's
Be-
the battle scars.
It's my battle scar, and like I don't want to remove this
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because this is what I experienced in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's from like oven. That's why it's mostly up here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Because it's like reaching to the oven,
Yeah.
and then you get like. But then like because you have so much adrenaline, like I don't really feel because it's so hectic and then it's so fast paced
Oh,
and
chef
it's like
setengah
so
debus ya.
it's it's like oh I don't know and then I realized at home there's like oh no
Oh,
like
I have
but
bands.
yeah but then I guess I don't really mind but
So
then
did you have to also manage people?
but not that much at that time. I just have to make sure uh all the different station
Mm-hmm.
all the food come out at the same time
So
so we have
how
to
many people were in
communicate
your team?
5 a night.
Okay, 5 a night, and
Hmm.
it kept on changing.
No, we had the same team
Oh, it's the
for the
same team
dinner service.
for the
Hmm.
dinner service. So,
Yes.
the stress level on your own self, and then when you're actually managing people, those 5 people, the stress level of it from 1 to 10.
Oh, maybe 11.
11. So,
'Cause-
it comes to the question: how did you
Uh-huh.
deal with it?
I guess it's important to have a good bond with your teammates. Like if after work we just go out and just relax and to actually have a bond so that
Mm.
you're not. But then I guess because the kitchen is so physically demanding, during that time I don't have that much free time.
Mhm.
Like it's mostly just like work, and then after I go home, I'm almost too tired to do anything else.
Yeah.
But then because your team is so solid,
Yeah.
like we have like lunch together, and
Mm.
then that actually helps the kinerja of the team just
Yeah.
because you can actually talk to them more professionally, but also as a friend. That I feel like that's really helpful because if you're not close with your teammate,
Yeah.
the team is not gonna function properly. Like they're gonna be mad at each other, and you can feel it's just the worst if you have like bad teammates. But
Mm.
luckily, while I was there, everyone really uh, played their part very
Mhm.
well. That's why it's actually not that stressful. It's very hectic, but I don't want to say that it's stressful just because it's overall still very fun to be in the kitchen.
So it is important for you to be a good team player
Yes,
when it comes to the
definitely.
kitchen. So it would help so much. Not only if being a team player, you help yourself, you also help other people.
Yeah.
So you don't put too much also stress to other people. Ya, kita punya sedikit pertanyaan lagi dari teman-teman di online. Ada Risa. Hi chef, what's your favorite Thanksgiving menu?
Um, roast turkey.
Roast turkey.
Because I don't eat pork, that's why
Uh-huh.
I can try roast ham. But then, do you eat?
I do eat
Yeah,
pork.
have you tried like honey glazed ham? I feel like that's also.
Love it. I
Mhm.
love it. For those of you who eat pork, it's so good. If you haven't tried the recipe, please do find the recipe and try it.
Yeah, I feel like that's also another staple of Thanksgiving,
Yeah, yeah.
whether it's like honey glazed ham or roast turkey. But I only tried roast turkey, so I would say roast turkey is like my
So, did you
favorite.
celebrate Thanksgiving when you were in the States?
Well, I don't celebrate it just because I was cooking for the
Oh,
Thanksgiving
yeah,
dinner.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
Chefs work when you guys are on a holiday, right?
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
there, for in the States, we do serve roast turkey, and yeah, we get to prepare it, but then we celebrate with the team
With the team.
afterwards.
Okay. So, one more question dari Maya Merali. Do you have any tips or cooking hacks for common Thanksgiving cooking fails? Like bland gravy, soggy skin turkey, dry turkey meat. Okay, so let's just do it one by one, yeah?
Mhm.
Bland
Gra-
gravy. What would you
Cool.
do with it?
Uh, because so much of the flavor of the gravy comes from either the turkey dripping
Yeah.
or the vegetables like inside.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would want to put more vegetables, like either roasted. You can roast the onion or the garlic
Mm-hmm.
separately,
Yeah.
so you can get that char on the outside until it's
Mm-hmm.
like almost black, and then you can char the garlic also. Because when you put the garlic inside, it's almost like a confit
Oh,
where
yeah,
it
yeah.
cooks in fat
Yeah.
and it gets so soft and juicy.
Soalnya
So I
kan
feel like
kalau confit you put the olive
oil.
oil, right?
Yeah, you cook it in oil,
Yeah, in the
and then
oil.
but then when you cook it inside the turkey, I also put garlic inside the turkey,
Mhm.
and you can like mash the garlic. You can mash the garlic into the gravy, and that
Oh,
that's it. But onions,
nice.
I don't recommend mashing it into the gravy that much.
Okay.
But garlic, you can incorporate into the gravy, and it can be so nice. And I think another important herb is rosemary and thyme.
Mhm.
I think you should just put more of it, and I feel like with bland gravy, there's nothing wrong with like a store bought chicken stock if you want to mix it with the turkey dripping,
Mhm.
but just to make sure you save as much turkey dripping as possible
Yeah.
and don't throw away that pan that you
Nah,
I think
tuh
that's very
perlu diingat ya
important.
kalau misalkan
Mhm.
roasting beef, roasting anything, si drippingnya itu jangan dibuang. Jangan dibuang. Itu bisa buat gravy because all the
The flavor
flavor
is
is
there.
actually in the drippings.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in the drippings. Kalau misalkan what you call it? You pan fry the steak,
Yeah.
something like that. You can see the bits,
That
the bits
stuck
of
to
the
the
meat,
pan.
you scrape, that black part
Mhm.
being left on the pan. That is actually where the flavor is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. With the soggy turkey skin.
Yeah, I guess that one's a bit harder to maintain because then another way to prevent that is
Mhm.
after roasting to separate the skin, and then if there's still so much fat on the skin,
Yeah.
you can trim it. Like let's say this is the top part, the bottom part, you can trim the extra layer of
Uh
fat,
huh.
and then the skin
Uh
you
huh.
can like dry it out again in the oven, like in between two tray, so it stays
Oh,
flat.
jadi terpisah ya.
Terpisah. You can
Jadi
cook
si
it
kulitnya
again separately.
dipisahin, habis itu dua loyang gitu disatuin,
Uh-huh.
masukin lagi ke oven biar dia crispy.
Yes, I guess very
Oh.
extra effort,
Yeah.
but when it's done properly, it's gonna be so worth it. I feel like it's gonna be like a crackling of like a ham.
Betul, betul, betul,
It's gonna be
betul.
like similar.
Jadi kita bikin kerupuk kulit ya.
Exactly, exactly.
Oke, yang berikutnya dry turkey meat. How do you
Oh,
deal with it?
I
Kan
guess
kalau
comes back.
kalau
Uh-huh.
udah dry kayak ya nasi sudah menjadi bubur pemirsa.
Benar.
Jadi gimana caranya kita bisa ngakalin si daging turkey yang udah kering ini?
That's why prevention is definitely the best solution.
Sedia
Again,
payung sebelum hujan. Ya?
which is thermometer. 'Cause
Thermometer.
you can never go wrong. Like thermometer is definitely the way to go. If you just by feel,
Yep.
sometimes the feeling is different with different turkey,
Mhm.
but then a thermometer is very reliable in making sure that the meat is cooked properly.
Oke, so Maya mudah-mudahan di sini ya Maya ya. Kita lihatnya ke sini mau kemana? Ke sana? Ke sini? Oh ke sini. Oke Maya mudah-mudahan bisa terjawab semua cooking hacks-nya untuk nyelamatin bland gravy, soggy turkey skin, and also the dry meat. Okay, Arsyan, the last one before we say goodbye to our audience over here. What is your hope for the next 1 year
Ooh.
until we meet again in the next Thanksgiving?
Mhm.
That would be hard, right? That would be hard.
Definitely, I just want to wish for everyone's good health. I feel like, especially with what happened this past few years,
Ah.
with people getting more sick and then with
I
COVID,
know.
I feel like good health is like we should wish that more often. Just because we take it for granted that we're gonna be we're healthy, but then
Wait, I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry to cut you there. Do you feel like you're getting even busier after COVID than before?
Yes, because before I would have so much more free time outside. But then when I can't go outside, I stay at home. I try to keep myself busy.
Uh-huh.
So at first I started to sell a rice bowl at home and then sell my dessert at
yeah,
home.
betul,
That's
betul.
when all the home cooking business
The home
starts.
cooking thing, yeah.
And so like I also started like a rice bowl thing with my
Yeah, yeah.
parents,
Yeah.
and then they just helped me pack. So I
Mhm.
guess that kept me busy.
Mhm.
But because I just returned from the US
Mhm.
and then COVID
And then
happened,
COVID happened.
so I didn't have a job yet at that time.
Mhm.
That's why I just tried to keep myself
All
busy.
right. So for the next 1 year, you are wishing everybody to be just
Have good
healthy.
health.
Just
I think
healthy
that's very
until we
important.
meet again in the next Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Arsyan Wianto.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so fun being with you here
Yes,
again.
yeah, so fun. Yeah, not in your restaurant. Because kalau belum pernah nyobain Burger Garage or Hazelwood, please
Harus cobain
do
ya.
come. The carrot cake at Hazelwood, there's nothing compared to that. I love that. I mean, that's preference, but I'm not going to force you to. But actually, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wishing you a great luck and also good journey ahead. I'll see you more often. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, thank you so much for being here. Wow, it's been a pleasure, and it's so nice to be back here at America. And I hope that I'll see you again more often. Thank you so much. And please give it up for my friend over here.
All right, give another round of applause for Ka Hans and Chef Arsyan for today's very, very exciting session from Chef Arshan. Thank you very much, Kak Hans, for moderating this session in a very fun way.
Pleasure is always
Who's agree
mine.
with me? And thank you very much to Chef Arshan for sharing your stories and helpful tips and also sharing the recipes as well. So everyone now can cook the dishes at home and share it to your family members in a very special celebration like today. Hope everyone enjoyed the cooking session as much as I did. And after this, each of you will have a change to taste the creation of Chef Arshan's Thanksgiving dishes. So get ready. But before that, earlier in this event, we asked the audience a question, if you remember. And the question for today was, in what year did President Abraham Lincoln declare Thanksgiving as an official public holiday in the United States? And the correct answer to that is A, 1963. Shout out to today's lucky one at Shinta underscore Angraini from Instagram for answering correctly. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our question of the day. Don't forget to send the next time and catch a change to get a live shout out from us. You can also develop more brilliant ideas with a platform like this by visiting our website at www.atmerica.or.id, and you can submit your proposals to us and your event ideas will be featured here soon. Also, subscribe to our newsletter if you find yourself enjoying this event so you can stay updated with our upcoming event as well. Follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at ATMRECA for interesting contents, giveaways, and so much more. Also, click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. With that, it is time to say farewell. Thank you so much again, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Hasna. See you on the next Thanksgiving celebration next year. Bye bye, everybody.
Free food!